And welcome to Technology Tap. I'm Professor J. Rod. On today's episode, we're going to talk about CompTIA software troubleshooting. Let's get to it. All right, welcome. Told you they were going to come fast and furious. All right, on this episode, we're going to talk about CompTIA software troubleshooting. But before we get to that, I just want to remind everyone about Technology Tap Premium. And again, congratulate our winner, Thomas Lipskin, who has subscribed to Technology Tap Premium. And he has won a free voucher for any CompTIA exam he wants. So I would get in contact with Thomas this weekend and let him know that he won. Congratulations, Thomas. All right. CompTIA software troubleshooting competencies focuses on the skills and knowledge required to identify and resolve software-related issues in IT environments. It is part of the CompTIA A+ certification. Here are some key topics covered by CompTIA software troubleshooting domain. 1. Troubleshooting methodology, understanding the systematic approach to troubleshooting software-related problems. This includes identifying the problem, establishing a theory of probable cause, testing the theory, and implementing a solution. Number 2, software installation and configuration. Troubleshooting issues related to software installation, setup, and configurations. This involves resolving conflicts, ensuring compatibility, addressing installation issues, and troubleshooting configuration problems. Operating systems issues. Diagnosing and resolving common issues related to operating systems such as Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. This includes troubleshooting boot problems, system crashes, driver conflicts, and resolving issues with system files or registry. Software compatibility issues, identifying and troubleshooting software compatibility issues. This issues involves resolving conflicts between software applications, ensuring compatibility with hardware components, and addressing compatibility issues with different versions of software. Security issues, troubleshooting security-related software issues, including malware, infections, antivirus software conflicts, firewall configuration issues, and user access problems. This includes identifying and implementing solutions to prevent systems and data from security threats. Application errors and troubleshooting. Resolving software application errors and issues. This includes troubleshooting common application errors, addressing issues with software crashes or freezes, resolving compatibility problems, and performing application-specific troubleshooting technique. Data backup and recovery, troubleshooting data backup and recovery issues. This involves diagnosing and resolving problems with data backups, restoring data from backups, addressing issues with data corruption or loss, and implementing data recovery techniques. Troubleshooting mobile devices, identifying and resolving software issues on mobile device, such as smartphones or tablets. This includes troubleshooting mobile operating system issues, app crashes, connectivity problems, and performing device-specific troubleshooting techniques. Troubleshooting connectivity issues, diagnosing and resolving software-related network connectivity issues. This includes troubleshooting network adapter configurations, resolving IP conflicts, addressing DNS or DHCP problems, and resolving connectivity issues with wired or wireless networks. And last remote access and remote support, troubleshooting issues related to remote access and remote support. This includes addressing problems with remote desktop connections, VPN configurations, remote software, and troubleshooting connective issues for remote users. Now, those are 10 different subtopics for software troubleshooting. In this episode, we're going to go over 3. And the first one we're going to go over is the troubleshooting methodology, right? It provides a structural approach to the effective diagnose and resolve technical issues in IT environments. It is a systematic process that helps IT professionals identify the root cause of problems and implement appropriate solutions. Here are the steps involved in the CompTIA troubleshooting methodology. Now, these are the same step for every CompTIA exam, right? So no matter what exam, you first learn this in A+, but basically it's for every exam, right? It's for A+, Network Plus, Security Plus. It's for all 3. So and even beyond that, right? So once you've learned this, it's pretty much that's it, right? It's for all the exams. So first, identify the problem. Begin by gathering information about the issue from the user or other available sources. Clearly understand the symptoms, error messages, and any recent changes or events related to the problem. This steps involves active listening and effective communication with the user or the customer. So listening is key. Establish a theory of probable cause. Based on the information gathered, you form a hypothesis about the most likely cause of the problem. Use your knowledge and experience to narrow down the potential causes and identify the errors to investigate further. Consider both hardware and software factors that may contribute to the issue. Next, we test the theory to determine cause. Develop a plan to test your theory and verify whether it accurately identifies the root cause. This involves a structural approach of testing different components or variables to narrow down the cause of the problem. Use appropriate diagnostic tools, techniques, and troubleshooting methodologies to perform the test. Establish a plan of action. Once you identify the root cause, create a plan to implement the solution, determine the necessary steps, resources, and time required to address the problem effectively. Consider potential risk and develop contingency plans if needed. Implement the solution. Execute the plan of action to resolve the issue. This may involve making configuration changes, replacing faulty hardware components, updating software, or implementing other corrective measures. Follow best practice and ensure proper documentation of the actions taken. Verify full system functionality. After implementing the solution, verify that the problem has been resolved and the system is functioning as expected. Test the affected component or system to ensure proper functionality and confirm that the issue no longer persists. Document findings, actions, and outcomes. Maintain detailed documentation of the troubleshooting process, including the problem description, steps taken, and outcomes. This information is valuable for future resources, knowledge sharing, and continuous improvement. So if you're out, somebody can see what you did. Communicate the solution. Inform the user or customer about the solution and ensure they are satisfied with the resolution. Provide clear instructions, guidance, or training if necessary to prevent similar issues from occurring in the future. Perform preventive measures. Evaluate the situations and identify any preventive measures that can be implemented to minimize the chances of the problems recurring. This may involve implementing security measures, conducting system maintenance, or providing user education. The CompTIA troubleshooting methodology emphasizes a logical and structural approach to problem solving. enabling IT professionals to efficiently and effectively address technical issues. It helps ensure that problems are resolved accurately, minimizing downtime and optimizing system performance. Next, we will tackle software installations and configurations. CompTIA software installations and configurations is a domain within CompTIA A plus certification that focuses on the knowledge and skills required to successfully install, configure, and manage software applications in an IT environment. It covers a wide range of topics related to software installation, setup, and maintenance. Here are some key areas covered in the CompTIA software installation and configuration domain. Number one, software installation procedures. Understanding the steps involved in installing software applications on various operating systems, such as Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. This includes identifying system requirements, selecting installation options, and following best practice for successful installation. Software licensing. Understanding different software licensing models and compliance requirements. This involves knowledge of license types, activation methods, license restrictions, and how to manage software license within an organization. Configuration management. Configuring software applications according to user requirements and systems specifications. This includes setting up preferences, customizing options, configuring security settings, and managing updates and patches. Software updates and patch management, managing software updates, patches, and version upgrades. This involves understanding the importance of staying up to date with the software updates for security and performance reasons, and implementing appropriate patch management strategies. Software compatibilities and troubleshooting, ensuring software compatibility with hardware components, operating systems, and other software applications. Troubleshooting software compatibility issues, resolving conflicts, and addressing common installation errors or failures. Virtualization and application deployment, understanding virtualization technologies and their impact on software installations and deployment. Configuring and deploying applications in virtualized environments such as virtual machines or containers. Next, we're software documentation and support. Familiarity with software documentation, user guides, and technical support resources. Understanding how to access and utilize software documentation for troubleshooting, finding solutions, and obtaining support when you need it. Next, software security best practice. Understanding the importance of software security and implementing best practice for securing software applications. This includes configuring access control, implementing user authentication, enabling encryption, and following security guidelines during software installation. Software removal and cleanup, properly uninstalling software applications and removing all associated files, folders, and registry entries, performing cleanup activities to ensure the removal of software remnants and potential conflicts with other applications. Software imaging and deployment, creating software images or templates for effective deployment across multiple systems. Understanding imaging tools, deployment techniques, and automation methods for software deployment. It is important to note that specific topics covered in the CompTIA software installation and configuration domain may be updated over time. Therefore, it's recommended to refer to the official CompTIA A plus certification objective and study material for the most common and detailed information on software installation and configuration. The last one we are going to go through over is CompTIA application errors and troubleshooting, which is the domain is part of the CompTIA A plus certification and focuses on identifying and resolving common application errors in IT environments. This domain covers various topics related to troubleshooting software applications and ensuring their proper functionality. Here are some key areas covered in the CompTIA application errors and troubleshooting domain. Number one, application error types. Understanding different type of application errors such as crashes, freezes, error messages, or uninspected behaviors. Identifying the systems and pattern associated with a specific error type. Troubleshooting methodology. Applying a systematic troubleshooting approach to diagnose and resolve application errors. Following a step-by-step process to identify the root cause and implement appropriate solutions. Application compatibility, ensuring application compatibility with the operating system, hardware, and other software components. Troubleshooting compatibility issues and resolving conflicts that may arise due to incompatible software. Software configuration issues, identifying and resolving configurations related problems within applications. Troubleshooting issues related to application settings, preference, options, or user profiles. Application updates and patches, managing application updates, patches, and version upgrades. Understanding the importance of staying up to date with the latest release to address security vulnerabilities and performance issues. This is a big one, guys. You know, this even works on your phone, right? Because everybody has a phone, so I'll use the phone as an example. If you have an issue with your phone and you call your provider, the first thing they're going to ask is what version of the operating system you are on. And if you are not on the up-to-date version, they will tell you, update it and call us back. Or update it, see if the problem persists, and call us back. Most of the time, doing an update will fix the problem, but people don't like to do it because they feel that, you know, they're doing it because they want to kill my battery. I don't know, right? That's what everybody thinks. All right, next, application-specific troubleshooting. Familiarity with troubleshooting techniques specific to popular software applications, such as web browsers, office suites, email clients, multimedia players, or graphic design tools. Understanding common issues and their respective solutions for these applications. Next, we have application security, recognizing potential security risk and vulnerabilities within application. Understanding best practice for securing applications such as configuring access control, enabling encryption, and utilize secure authentication mechanisms. Application performance optimization, identify and addressing performance related issues within applications. Troubleshooting slow or unresponsive applications, memory leaks, excessive resource utilization, or inefficient processing. Next, we have application dependency and integration. Troubleshooting issues related to application dependencies and integration with other software or systems. Diagnosing problems that arise due to conflicting dependencies or incompatible integration configurations. And then the last, we kind of talked about it earlier, application recovery and backup. Implementing strategies for application recovery and backup, understanding techniques for restoring applications from backup, recovering data from application-specific repositories, and ensuring data integrity. I cannot emphasize, ladies and gentlemen, how important having backup is. Backup is extremely important, and you have to make sure that if you're responsible for backing up at your job, that's something that you have to look at daily, right? Daily. So don't let a couple of days go by without checking the backup because you will regret it. You will regret it. And you never know how it might influence it company wide. And you might lose your job because of that. You might lose your job. I mean, it's not a joke. I've seen people get written up or lose their jobs because they don't put too much emphasis on backup. Oh, it's not gonna crash. It's stable until it crashes. My computer, luckily, I back it up. Last April, May, my computer crashed. Came down one morning, didn't turn on, hard drive crashed, lost everything. But I had backed up a few weeks prior, right? So the stuff, I was only a few weeks off as far as backup. Now, a word of caution. It kind of forced me to organize myself after this. It's a cautionary tale, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm doing my doctorate and I don't label my papers correctly or the way I should, right? Oh, paper one, paper two, whatever. I had backed it up on Google Drive. When you restore from Google Drive, it puts everything on the date that you restore it. So if I'm looking for something from April 20th of 2020, yeah, I gotta open up each one because I would put generic names. So it kind of forced me to put, I ended up putting folders, and each class that I did an assignment and I saved it, I posted to that folder, and that folder is backed up also. But you got to be careful. I back up to the cloud, and I also have a NAS drive, not the wrapper NAS, but the network attached storage that I have, and I also back it up to there. I don't want to risk, just because of that, right? Because you back it up to Google Cloud, when you restore it, it puts everything in one day. Also, ladies and gentlemen, here's a trick for you. If you're a fan of Grammarly, like I am, and you have Grammarly Premium, like I do, it saves all your stuff to the cloud. So there was stuff that I was like, I can't find it. Then I remembered, oh wait, I ran it through Grammarly, and I go through Grammarly, all my stuff was there. So, even it was an inadvertent way to save the stuff that I needed. So, I mean, very, very happy that I did it. But yeah. So we did 3 topics on this. Maybe we'll do the rest of the 7 more. Maybe we'll go over it. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Email me, professorjrod@gmail.com. I have Instagram now, guys. Professor Jrod. I post stuff on that. Let me know what you think. Follow me. Follow me here. You know I appreciate my fans. There's still time to subscribe to Technology Tap Premium. You have a chance to win a free certificate, right? Somebody won for June. He won a voucher for any CompTIA exam that he wants. He hasn't told me. I haven't told him he won. So, like I said in the last episode, he is a former student because it's only former students of mine who are signing up for Technology Tap Premium. So, let me know if you're having trouble with. Let's start with the CompTIA A+. Let me know if you're having trouble passing the CompTIA A+. Usually, I don't post podcast in August. Try to take vacation during that time. But I will be available to do maybe a couple of Zoom sessions, and we can go over some stuff. If you're having problems with the A+, but you gotta email me, right? There have to be enough interest for me to do that. I don't want to do that and just one person show up, right? I need like 4 or 5 people to show up. And if whatever reason it ends up big, I can do like 2 sessions. I know there's a lot of people in the UK that are trying to take the CompTIA A plus. I actually know someone who's trying to take it now. I'm trying to help her, hoping that she pass. But if if you need help, if you're struggling with a specific topic, let's use the month of August to get together, write your questions down, tell me what what you're struggling with, and we'll help each other out. This is what this community is about. I want to build this community up for us to help each other. All right, that's gonna put a bow on this episode. Thank you so much for listening. Till next time. This has been a production of Little Tasha Productions. Art by Sarah, music by Joe King. If you want to reach me, you can email me at professorjrod@gmail.com or follow me on Instagram, Professor J. Rod.